Hello everyone and welcome to the Onchain Capital podcast. Before we get into what this podcast is about, I want to share a brief intro on myself, the host of this show. So who's Sean Lee from 1 to 5? I own one lightsaber because every true Jedi needs one. I lived across 2 continents, rode 3 waves of the internet, visited over 40 plus countries, and hit 5 of the 7 wonders of the world. Alright, now to get into the podcast. From Web3 innovation and digital asset policy to the power shift between East and West, Onchain Capital is your front row seat on how finance is actually changing and who is doing the real work to make that change durable. Over the last decade, we've seen enormous innovation in digital assets, blockchain infrastructure, and financial technology. But there's been a gap between builders and institutions, between policy and innovation, and between what gets discussed publicly and what's actually happening behind the scene. I find that most conversation about Web3 and finance talk around the hard questions instead of through them. And that's a large reason why I created Onchain Capital to close that gap. My own background shapes the lens of this show. I started my career working in hyperscale data center infrastructure, supporting financial services firms from New York to London, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Tokyo. I've worked across global markets and regulatory environments, focusing on how cloud computing, digitization, and open source technologies can advance the fairly centralized industry in terms of resilience and financial inclusion. In 2020, I entered the blockchain industry as the first CEO of the Algorand Foundation, a public blockchain incubated out of MIT and founded by renowned computer scientist Silvio McCallie. That experience gave me a front row seat to what it actually takes to scale decentralized systems, governance, infrastructure, policy, and trust all at the same time. Since then, my work has focused on digital asset policy and market structure, including advising the Crypto Council for Innovation and contributing regularly to Forbes. I have also co-founded a fintech company specializing in blockchain-based financial infrastructure. Now, what makes Onchain Capital different is the type of conversation we're having. Each episode is an in-depth discussion with thought leaders in the space who are shaping finance in practice, from founders, regulators, institutional leaders, builders, and operators. And we talk about how regulation is actually evolving, what institutions need in order to participate responsibly, how infrastructure decisions today shape the financial systems for decades, and how global power dynamics between East and West influence capital flows. These conversations are designed to be thoughtful and honest, and you don't need to be crypto native. You just need to care about how capital and technology is evolving. The world of finance is changing, but not overnight, and not all at once. And Onchain Capital is here to document that shift through the voices of the people doing the work. If that is a conversation you want to be part of, I am glad you're here. Welcome to Onchain Capital, and see you on the next episode.